All right, we're here with Robert Spencer at the end of his talk here in Natick. Robert, quite a strong talk tonight about the First Amendment and Islam and so forth. Do you think you got the message conveyed that you wanted to get conveyed tonight?
Well, I certainly gave it my best shot. The emphasis comes from the fact that the freedom of speech is under concerted attack, not only from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation that is trying to get the West to criminalize the freedom of speech, particularly criticism of Islam, under the spurious guise of incitement to religious hatred, but also because of the ongoing character assassination of anybody who dares to speak out against the Islamic supremacist agenda.
Now, Robert, I've known you for quite a few years. I've also known the bishop for quite a few years, and I also know Mr. Delisle, and I was very surprised to hear about your being dropped from the program of the men's conference that I normally attend. In fact, you were on the cover of the men's conference when I was leaving Mass at my parish. I was excited to see you on there. So can you give me a quick summary of the origin of this?
Yeah, what happened was a Boston Globe reporter contacted me for comment, and she said that Muslim organizations were upset that I was going to be speaking at this Catholic men's conference in Worcester, Massachusetts on March 16th. And so I gave her answers to the questions that she wanted, and then she came back and said that the diocese had canceled my appearance on the basis of these Muslim protests. And I was later informed by some of the conference organizers that apparently the Boston Globe reporter herself, Lisa Langsness, had instigated the whole thing and had told the Muslim groups to call the diocese to get them to cancel me. And that's, of course, a serious breach of journalistic ethics. In any case, it's a shame because the Islamic groups that they are kowtowing to, one of the person who wrote the letter to the bishop was a gentleman named Abdul Qadir Asmal, who is on record saying he's a friend and supporter of the convicted jihad terrorist Tariq Mahana. And you got to wonder when somebody who is trying to defend constitutional freedoms is thrown under the bus in favor of a friend and supporter of a convicted jihad terrorist. The world is topsy-turvy.
Now, it would seem strange to me that groups that the Boston Globe and the various Muslim groups are not going to be all that big supporters of the Catholic Church anyways. And having attended the men's conference in Worcester in the past, they have spoken about jihad on occasion. It seems strange to me that you would be barred on the word of people who, like the Globe, that doesn't support the Catholic Church anyways, or on the word of other religions that aren't going to support the Church either.
Well, I think that the Globe reporter was actually trying to embarrass the Diocese of Worcester by tarring me with these false charges and then going to them and asking, how can you support somebody like this? And that the diocese was just, in the words of one of the conference organizers actually, the bishop was just trying to avoid controversy. And so, they don't want to get slammed by the Globe any more than they already are, and so they figure the easiest way out is just to drop me. But now they have a different controversy. Over 1,700 people having signed a petition asking that I be reinstated, and the problem is just getting bigger.
Now, I understand you invited both the bishop and his spokesperson to the event tonight.
Yes, I did. I invited them both here, and I got a note back from Raymond Delisle, the bishop's spokesman, saying neither one could be here. They both were committed elsewhere. And so I wrote back saying, well, I hope that we can still schedule a meeting between me and the bishop so I can clear my name about these charges that the Islamic supremacist groups brought. Got no answer from them for that. All
right, well, hopefully they will see the videos of tonight and be able to make up their minds. And if you do end up meeting with them, let me know.
I will certainly. Thank you.
Robert Spencer, and where can people find you online as if they did not know already?
Jihad Watch, that's at jihadwatch.org, jihadwatch.org, and that's updated many times daily with news and commentary on global jihad activities.
All right, Robert Spencer, thank you very much for your time.